Hey guys, what is up? It is day 4 for the CORONAWAY Yoga Challenge, and today our pose is called the Flying Split. So we're going to go through a warm-up to help you understand what techniques and what muscles to use and are necessary in order to get this arm balance. So the first thing that we should play with is just warming up our wrists. So let's take a second to bring our hands down onto the floor, gripping your fingertips into the ground like a tiger claw. Shift forward and shift back. Let's do this 5 to 10 times, shifting forward, gripping into those fingertips and shifting back. Let's go for 5, breathing 4, 2, good, and 1. Good, let's turn our hands around the other way, fingers towards knees, rocking forward and backwards a couple of times. Now this one can be a little bit tricky, just like most of our inversions or arm balances that we've played with so far. It requires a certain level of flexibility and a certain level of strength. And so this particular posture really requires our core to be strong, to be able to press the thigh into the outside of the body, and also the strength of your arms and the proper placement of your elbows onto your hips. Let's roll our wrists out. I'll turn this way. Okay. So the first concept I want us to understand is doing knee taps, right? So tapping our knees towards our nose. You can also tap your knees towards your triceps or your elbows, or towards your opposite tricep or elbow. For this particular posture, we want to practice tapping the same side leg to the same side arm. And think of getting as close to your armpit as you can. So if you're an active yogi, find your downward facing dog. Down dog is new to you. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips, find a shape that looks like an inverted V. Take a moment to plug your shoulders into the torso and create space around the neck. Now let's lead with our left leg first. Inhale, left leg up, three-legged dog. Now as you exhale, bend that left knee. Come up onto your right tippy toes and hike that left knee up and out to the side as much as you can. And then lean forward, go up onto your tippy toes on that right foot and tap the back of your arm. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog, repeat. Exhale, left knee to left tricep, shoulders in front of wrists. One more time, inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left tricep, push to the floor away. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, lower the left leg down. If your wrists start to hurt at any point, you can always come down and take a rest. Let's practice on the other side. Grounding down through your left hand. Inhale, right leg floats up, three-legged dog. Exhale, come up onto your left tippy toes, bend your right knee, lean your shoulders in front of your wrist, tap knee to tricep. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee taps, right tricep. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. And inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. To downward facing dog, sorry there. Good, okay. So this is part 1 of the posture. Now part 2, I want us to use the blocks to explore something in acro yoga that we call a croc. And croc is basically where you dig your elbow into the bony front of the hip towards your midline, and you can rest all your body weight on a single arm. So for example, I'm gonna put my right hand on this block just so I'm a little bit elevated, and I'm gonna internally rotate my right elbow into my right hip, And then I can push down through that elbow and I can lift. So this is what one arm is doing while we're going into this posture of flying split. Let me try on the other side. So one elbow is hooking into the hip. So that we can lift up, and you'll notice whatever side I'm posting on, my legs are gonna open to that direction. Okay, so what I would recommend is with those knee to elbow or tricep taps, do 3 on each side with your hands on the floor, and then if those feel really difficult with your hands on the floor, you can try it with your hands on the blocks. And all that does is it just creates a little bit more space. And you would move through the movements the same way. It just might feel a little bit easier. And same as I said before, then practice doing your croc or your elbow support on the hip, because when we go into our flying split, one arm is here on the inner thigh and the other arm is in that croc position supporting the hip as an intro version. And then as we get stronger, eventually we don't really need that resting contact point because we have the strength in that arm to press through the floor and keep the body hovering. But yeah, so I'm going to be making a general yoga flow, like a full body sequence, because a lot of these warm-ups that I'm doing are just kind of giving you the tools to understand very specifically what you need to warm up. By no means is it going to be the most complete, most sufficient warm-up ever. Instead, it more just serves the purpose of introducing to you like what muscles are working and what body movements you need to be familiar with. But of course, like as we get older, or if you have past injuries, or if you're newer to yoga and these postures are newer to you, then you might need significantly more warm-up time. So I'll be making one of those videos tomorrow. I'm filming a day early, so it'll be coming out by the time you see this video, hopefully, or a few hours after. And this is just gonna be a optional video to do before you attempt the poses if you're feeling like these arm balances and inversions are really hard and straining on your body, because they definitely can be, but we all come from different movement backgrounds, and I know I probably have some very advanced yogis practicing these are easy for them at this point, and other people are trying these poses for the first time. So I'm kind of trying to take an all levels approach with these advanced postures the best that I can. But please feel free to comment and leave me feedback on recommendations or requests that you have. Once again, hashtag CORONAWAY Yoga Challenge, tag me, BK Aerialist on Instagram, and go check out my Patreon/Brittany Kitchen, and show me your support, show me your love, talk to me. I'd love to see your progress. Stay happy, stay healthy. Namaste.